you know, you hear so many conflicting reports. It's like the flu, more people die from the flu, but then my best friend got it. My best friend Alta, I think you met her before. Real feisty, pretty girl from, she lived down in Atlanta, and
that's all your girlfriends. Feisty, pretty girl.
It fucked me up though, because she couldn't talk. Her lungs were filled with fluids, and it was painful. And then you feel like every day there's more and more people coming out that is closer to us. Like it's hitting close to home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a friend who had it. Dennis L.A. White, the actor Dennis.
Oh yeah,
L.A. White. Yeah, Dennis had corona, and I talked to him this morning, and you know, he's trying to get his strength back and coming along. And no, I'm very, very cautious. You know, we're doing the whole, you know, bleaching the doorknobs and all this type of thing, and masks and rubber gloves. My husband has a breathing condition, COPD, so we can't fuck around up in here. You know, but I'm not scared, because you know, because I believe in God, and I don't think that this is the way He would take me out. You know.
Well, because you and that what you just said just now about your husband having a prior medical condition, this is why we want to actually talk to you. You were real bold, and you posted something about banning your daughter from the house, because you're saying, like, a lot of people are starting to get on board with this, about a lot of the younger people not really seeming to take this shit seriously, and not, you know, that could be a threat to you and your husband. I know there's been some mixed things with that, because I know we've talked privately, so I don't know how much you want to say, but how has that affected your relationship with your daughter? Is she upset with you? Are you okay? Are y'all okay?
Well, to put the whole story out there, you know, I don't watch the news much. My husband watches the news and tells me, because like I said, I get too like that, you know. And but I watched the news the other day, and the fact of the matter is, people, if you get this virus, if you're lucky enough to recover, God bless you. And many people do, as one of the viewers just said. Yeah. But if you get this virus, you're going to die alone. I mean alone. Like, the day you go to the hospital will be the last time you see your family. They will not be allowed to come visit you. You will not get a dignified burial. Ain't no telling what they're doing with the bodies. They're probably going to start cremating very soon. And you may very well, you or your loved one may very well end up in the back of a refrigerated grocery truck. Yeah, which is what they've had to do. That freaks me out. Then my sister told me that she knew a woman whose one daughter got the corona, the other got the corona, and they both died. Now she's childless. My cousin Angie, who works in the medical field, got exposed in the hospital where somebody had corona, and she's got kids in her house and has spent the last 14 days in her room, you know, not even coming out. So that freaked me out. Now, my daughter, for anybody who knows me, is my world. She's my life. I have one child. She's 24. She's a dancer. I'm proud of her. She's amazing. She's beautiful. She looks like a mama and all that kind of good stuff. But she's, you know, got a boyfriend, and her boyfriend's got a homeboy, and the homeboy's got a girlfriend, and they had all been hanging out. And I don't know what they do when they're not with me. I know the boys have been going to the store to get groceries. Boys on a regular day don't wash their hands good. So, you know, and I seen a white man licking a shopping cart handle. Then I went to the left. Yep. You know, because what we don't talk about is there's people out there trying to give it to us. The Asian lady who spit on the elevator button, the guy who spit on the package, the white guy that I saw licking the shopping cart handle. It's like, and that could be murder. If you ask me, they should be charged with attempted murder. But
you see the girl that you see them licking the toilet seat?
Yes,
the Corona challenge. Like, the fuck?
I don't want to say the racist comment that I want to say, so I won't. But
guess what, Ray?
Okay, you ain't seen no black folks doing no shit like that. That's all I'm saying.
Clean, licking no toilet seat. I mean,
okay. Girl, black folks been putting bleach in their dishwater for 100 years. So, so when I saw that, I got really, really, really shook. And I said, no, that's it. And because they had been over here the day before, and, I just said, I'm going to have to. She didn't make the decision I'm not going to go over to my mom's house no more and bring my friends. She didn't make that decision. So I had to use tough love and make that decision for her and shut her down. If you want to be with your boyfriend and his boy, then you go do that. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. But you can't come back and forth in here. They came by yesterday before they hit the road and drove back up to the bay. And I gave them turkey wings, mashed potatoes, and gravy and greens out the back door. And then now, here's the other thing. My daughter's grandmother just got out the hospital. She's been ill for years, a couple of years now, had a stroke and can't communicate. And my daughter drove up to see her grandmother. Well, that's not a good idea.
No.
I know, but what you going to do? I know she wasn't, So I can only control what happens in this house. So the residual effect is I text my daughter, and she was asleep. She didn't get the text. So after not getting a response, I went ahead and posted what I posted on Instagram. I did not post. I had no idea that the shit was going to go viral. I don't do things to go viral. Right. I don't even read all the comments on anything. I read about 30 down, and after that, I'm out. I'm not reading 2,755 comments. I'm not fucking doing it, you know. But if you're in the top 30, I'll probably read it. So I just posted and went on about my business. Then my daughter called me because I guess when she woke up, people, it was all over, tagging her and all it. And what had happened was she got drugged really, really badly on social media. How could you do this, tramp ass, with special mama, da-da-da-da-da? Yeah. And she didn't have a problem with the quarantine. She had a problem with the posting. And she's like, why do you always want to put stuff under, and you want to do this, what do you want, likes and stuff? I said, Hunty, mommy has 500,000 followers. I don't need no likes. I don't buy no view, nothing like that. I don't need no clicks, likes. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I did that because, unfortunately, my generation was the crack generation, and there's a lot of grandparents raising children. And these kids, I saw a whole mob of hard-headed little motherfuckers in the street yesterday in my hood, and they had to shut them down because of a party. Or these kids that are kicking it in South Beach, or these kids that are going to spring break. And I know they ain't never been through nothing like this. They ain't never been through nothing. Nip was like the biggest thing that they've been through. Yeah. However, I've lived through 7 assassinations. Medgar, Malcolm, Kennedy, King, Kennedy, Big, and Pac. So tragedy and stuff is not new to our generation, but there's a lot of grandparents raising these kids. And them kids not giving a shit. And they running in and out of grandma and them house and peeing and letting their friends come in and pee and shit like that, and passing blunts and sharing them amongst each other. And I just couldn't do it. I did it so that maybe Granny might say, you're going to have to get your ass somewhere and sit down, just so that, and I see that, Nene and I are not fans of each other, but we agree on one thing. I see that she has, decided that maybe she might need to tell her son to sit down somewhere too. And
I thought of you when I saw that. And actually, her and I aren't close either, but I commented like, thumbs up, like, I agree. Like,
yeah, and Mickey Howard as well. Mickey Howard as well, you know? And if I'm the catalyst to spark the conversation, or if I'm the catalyst to make somebody lock a door and save their life, then so be it. My daughter was just the residual, the collateral damage. And I would never, ever, ever want to put my daughter in harm's way. I would never, ever want to have anybody talk shit about my daughter. Because I started to go on the Shade Room and go through 13,855 comments and see who said something about my daughter. But I was like, be real, And it, moving on, like every bullshit viral sensation is really only 24 hours long. And then people are on to the next one. If you go on the Shade Room page, that article about me is way down here now because so many other things done come up. You know what I'm saying? But for it to go Shade Room, baller alert, jasmine breath. Da, da, da. My daughter ain't never had nothing like that happen to her. And for that, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
That's
But
real.
she still can't come in. Shit.